We're going to get ready to go there. If you want to remove the video for me really quick. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. It is Friday, the 18th, July the 18th, 2025. And we're talking about the Democrats collapsing. They're crumbling their own demise. And they did it to themselves, right? They did this to themselves. And you know what? The most interesting thing about all this, they're doubling down. They're doubling down on all of this, which is probably part of the reason why they're crumbling. Hey, if you're watching this right now and you're live with me, it's Friday. It is 11 o'clock Central, 11:02 to be exact, 11:02 Central. Please bless me by hitting the thumbs up and sharing this video. Even if you're watching this on the replay, please share the video, get it out there. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, now, let's talk about this. The Democrats right now are in full panic mode. And you even have some radical liberals even having to acknowledge themselves that they're crumbling. Why are they crumbling? See, when President Trump was running for the second time, they all wanted us to believe that they were the adults. You remember they kept saying this? Oh, the adults are back in the office. After 2020, they said the adults are back. You remember? You remember them saying that, Shannon? They constantly say the adults are back. And I'm like, what are they talking about, the adults? These are the same people who don't know what a woman is. Talking about the adults. Well, with that said, I want to share with you today, the Democrats are at the lowest number in the polls, according to CNN polls, the lowest in history, probably the lowest ever. Now, according to the polls, this is the lowest that they've been ever in the CNN polls. And of course, I'm thinking that CNN is probably even fudging these numbers because they can't go down to zero or negative, which I think they're probably at a negative right now. And well, man, I won't give a negative. Maybe they're at 2%, 3%. And the only reason why I say that because there's still people out there that believe communism is the answer. And I want to talk a little bit about that today as well. But just to let you know, because it is Friday, for any of you that want to give me a call, and every now and then we'll get someone to call in and say, say that I'm wrong. I mean, I would like for you to call me today. I really would, because I want you to explain to me why the Democrat numbers are so low. Why are they so low? If the Democrats are the answer to all things in America, then why are the polls so low? I mean, really, why are they so low? Even on the Communist News Network, they're so low. So we got the number up there for you, 319-527-3453. If you want to holler at me, or you can call me and tell me why you think that the polls are so low. If you agree with me, I'd like to hear from you as well. I mean, I really want to hear from you. I voted for this. You know that? I voted for what was happening to the Democrat Party. And I'm kind of like getting a little impatient because I want them to be crushed even more. I want them to be gone bye-bye. Because the Democrat Party, as I've mentioned multiple times before, the Democrat Party has served no purpose for the American people. They've served no purpose. I've asked that question multiple times. Can you name one purpose or one reason why the Democrat Party should even exist? What is the purpose? What are they doing for the American people? It's like asking, what is the purpose of a cockroach? Y'all understand, right? Now, the Republican Party, they're not angels by any means. But at least the Republican Party is trying to make it where you have more money in your pocket. No taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, no taxes on Social Security. At least they're attempting to try to make things better for the American people. What's the Democrat Party doing? I mean, it's not even a trick question here. What are they doing? Trump, TDS. They're so caught up on TDS. It is remarkable. I mean, for the Democrat Party, nothing else exists. It's like, what did they do before Trump? I mean, really, it's a legit question. Because I know, I didn't pay too much attention to politics before President Trump. Just a little bit. Because I did listen to Rush Limbaugh. When I consider myself a Democrat, God, Lord Jesus, thank you so much for healing my mind. Well, anyways, when I consider myself as a Democrat and I was living in Arkansas, I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh. Do you think Rush Limbaugh did this to me? Thank you, Rush. One day I'm going to go up to him. I'm going to give him a hug and I'm going to say thank you. And it wasn't just him by himself, but I want to say thank you to Rush Limbaugh. Because I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh thinking that I was listening to the opposition, but I found myself listening to Rush Limbaugh saying, oh my goodness, I'm not supposed to like him because I'm told not to like him, but he's making complete sense. Making complete sense. And now, years later, I completely agree with everything what Rush Limbaugh was saying because these liberals, these Democrats are pure evil. Pure evil. Now, again, the phone line is open, 319-527-3453. If you're listening in on this right now, please consider giving me a call. I'm going to repeat the number one more time so you can write it down for those that are just listening. You're probably like working, but let me go ahead and get the number. You got a pen? Are you ready? I do have it up on the screen for those that are watching. But for those that are listening, 319-527-3453 is the number for you to give me a call. And you tell me why. This the same thing with the whole Epstein thing. If you want to call me and talk about Epstein, And I gave my opinion on what the whole Epstein was yesterday and the reason why President Trump did what he did. And I started thinking about it because this the same FBI that had their hands on the FBI files for Epstein is the same FBI that raided Mar-a-Lago, not once but twice. The same FBI that did the fake Russia collusion dossier. The same FBI. So why would we think for 1 second that this same FBI wouldn't doctor these files connected to the Epstein? I think we'll be a little naive to think that they wouldn't do that. I'm just being straight up with you. I was going to live here and say, yeah, they did do it. Now, look, I don't have firsthand acknowledgement of that, but look, it makes sense. You don't go after someone like President Trump with all this fraudulent stuff and corruption, and you're not going to change the Epstein files to make it reflect and make it look like President Trump is in it. Come on. Let's think about that for a second. You know that they did. You don't need me to tell you. As corrupt as they've been. Oh, come on. Now, I'm not saying they're doing it now. I'm saying that they knew President Trump was talking about releasing the Epstein files before he went to the office. He was saying on the campaign trail. And they said, oh, he's going to do this. Okay, well, let's add this and let's add that. So now when they look at these documents, we're like, well, we don't know what to believe in this because they've changed a whole bunch of stuff. And President Trump said, that's not even true. But so if you want to give me a call about that and talk to me about that, by all means, give me a call, 319-527-3453. Okay, let me show you how the Democrats right now are talking about how their poll numbers are in the dirt. Now, of course, the Communist News Network, they're saying, oh, yeah, the Democrats over there, their poll numbers are really low. Even our CNN poll said that they're low. But these are Democrats. They're talking about themselves. If the Democrat Party as a whole, if their poll numbers are low, can you imagine what the Communist News poll numbers are like? They're in the dirt too. Watch this.
There's this new CNN polling out today that says quite a bit. Just 28%.
Oh, it was low. Sorry about that.
There's this new CNN polling out today that says quite a bit. Just 28% of Americans view the Democratic Party favorably.
And I think they're fudging those numbers. Take away the 8. What number do you have left? Just 2.
And the context of that is the lowest mark for Democrats in the history of CNN's polling going back to 1992. And for Democrats, they have a lot more work to do to win back favorability within their ranks, within the party, than Republicans do.
You know why? Because the Republican Party, where we at here? Okay, there we are. The Republican Party is the party of common sense. The Republican Party is the party of the people. And you know what? The Republican Party has always been a party of the people because when the Republican Party was created, the Republican Party was created so then people like Will Johnson and you could have representation. The Democrats were the elite class. They felt that it was only a certain group of people could have status. They still think that today. Only a certain group of people should be able to have status. They do that same thing in music, in Nuttywood, and different even politics. They believe that you have to go through their ritual, and you only if you go through what they want you to believe, then you can have certain status. And I learned that doing music. Because unless you were wanted to pay the dues or go along with some of the stuff that they were doing in the music industry, then you didn't have the status at all. They were like, nope, we're not going to allow you to be a star. And see, then YouTube and all the other stuff came along where people didn't need these big record companies any longer, blew that out of the water. It's the same thing happening with politics. The Democrats have it in their mind that only they get to say who can be somebody. Y'all know what I'm saying is true. Well, listen to them report about this on Fox News. And this is really wonderful news, actually, that the Democrat Party's in this position. And you know what? This not going to get better for them. You had Obama just the other day. He was scolding the Democrats. Look, y'all need to stop crying. Y'all need to get out of the fetal position crying. And y'all need to start actually fighting, doing something instead of doubling down on the stupidity. But you know what? They're not even listening to Obama any longer. Imagine that. They're not even listening to Obama.
If Democrats in Congress were looking for some good news in the polling, they are going to need a microscope. A new national survey shows historic lows. Just 19% of voters say they are happy with how Democrats in Congress are doing their jobs. That is the lowest since this polling began asking the question of happiness in 2009. Even liberal media cannot escape the bad news.
Democrats are behind their 2006 and 2018 paces when it comes to the generic congressional ballot. At least at this particular point, Republicans actually have more net pickup opportunities. This doesn't look anything like those wave elections back in 2006 or 2018. For anyone who's writing the Republican House's political obituaries, hold the phone. This is a reality check. Republicans are still very much in the game.
Hold the phone. Okay. Karl Rove is asking in his new op-ed, can anything save the Democrats? As 2026 approaches, they are disliked, divided, and devoid of effective leaders.
They don't have any leaders. They're missing leaders. One of their leaders, Obama, just came out and told them that they need to stop doing what they're doing. Get their head in the game. Got to get the head in the game. And you know what they did when Obama said it? He's not even nowhere. We lost because of him. We lost because we were told to listen to him when it came to Kamala, and we lost. So they're pointing fingers at everybody instead of themselves. They're pointing fingers at everybody. This is such a wonderful thing to see happening. And of course, you know, I don't get him so much any longer, especially on Facebook. I do get him on X, but I used to get a lot on Facebook where people would send me messages. I mean, just nasty, right down, hateful, despicable messages on Facebook. Oh my goodness. It was amazing the hatred that I received on Facebook alone. Well, that has since stopped on Facebook because, you know, they pretty much shadow banned me on Facebook. They don't even allow, it's like I don't even exist on Facebook any longer for the most part. Let me go to Facebook. Let me give you an example really quick. I just go here and look and see how many people are tuning in on the Facebook. Now I have 350,000 plus people on my Facebook page, and I can go live on the page, but they won't allow me to receive any stars. So I go on my other page, which is called Stop Domestic Terrorism. And now share it to my other page with the large following. And there's 25 people watching. It's because Facebook is blocking everything. They're only allowing a certain group of people to get in. And I want to say, God bless all of you that are there. And Ann, she's been there and she's blessed me with some stars today. Thank you so much for the blessing, Ann. And I'm not sure how they allow Ann to see me on Facebook. And there's a few other people on there. Michael's on there. I can see the people commenting. Ann and Michael are the only ones that comment on Facebook right now that I'm looking at. But then there's a lot of people on the Rumble that's commenting. Texas Bigfoot, thank you so much. Betsy. Some of these other names. Many. Okay, I'm not going to say that name either. But there's some names on the princess. Thank you so much for watching. And I haven't even looked at over at YouTube. But nonetheless, the Democrats, they don't have a leader. It's not, I mean, you know, at one point they were saying that AOC was leading the charge for the Democrat Party. And they were like, everyone's like, oh yeah, go ahead and continue that. That's good there. Yeah, keep going with that. Go along with that. They were saying, yes, that's good. The Democrat Party is on the full, how do I want to say this? They're on the verge of total collapse. And you know why? Because they keep doubling down on the stupidity that they're pushing onto the people. You know, one of the things that you can recognize it with was with Kamala Harris. Oh my goodness. What they were doing with Kamala Harris, like they wanted people to believe that Kamala Harris was the answer. Like Kamala Harris was just great. Nothing was wrong with her. Nothing was wrong at all. She's just wonderful. But yeah, the people with common sense are like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. And they're still bitter about it. But for some reason, the Democrats still have it in their mind, going the way of socialism is the way to go. They have it in their mind that's the way to go. Kamala Harris was all about socialism. She came out there saying that she's going to stop price gouging. You know, the grocery stores doing all these price gouging. She was saying that during the campaign trail. And everyone was asking the question, what grocery store is price gouging? Because you know it's already against the law to price gouge. It's against the law to do that. So what grocery store was price gouging? They were saying that just to put it out there to get people to, oh my goodness, yes, the prices are so high, they're price gouging us. Well, it's called supply and demand. And with capitalism, when you have multiple grocery stores owned by multiple people, they compete with one another to set the prices based on what they want to sell it on. Like, you know, the truck brings it in, and however much the truck brought it in for, then the store has to, bring it up a little bit, have to upmarket it a little bit so they can make a profit for the store. So they can pay the employees, keep the lights on, and keep the building open. That's how it works. But now the Democrats are saying that they want to take over the grocery stores in New York, of all places, and say how much the groceries are worth or how much you can charge for them. That's immediately going to cause grocery stores to shut down. It's going to immediately get them to shut down. But radical leftist lunatic liberals, they're unable to comprehend any of that. They just believe that the government should come in and regulate everything, control your life from birth to death. And sometimes before birth. They don't even want you to even have life. Well, of course, you have a whole bunch of liberals that are not happy with them bringing in Madadi. They're not happy with Madadi. And he's saying that very thing. I want you to listen to a group of people in New York getting asked a question about Madadi coming in, possibly being the mayor. Oh, this is the congressman? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Thank you so much. This is a congresswoman. Well, actually, let me go to that one first then. Listen to this group of people talking about Madadi in New York taking over.
I just think Mamdani would be terrible for the city.
I don't support it.
Not a fan.
That's not what we want for New York, do we?
I think it's too radical. He's an idiot.
He thinks he's going to give everything free. Where's the money going to come from?
Everyone always has to make money.
Government-run grocery stores, that's ridiculous. That's what they do in communist countries.
Well, I go for private industry, so if that's a choice, okay. I wouldn't want it to be the only choice.
It would implode the city.
I'm hoping for a miracle. Someone else, Eric Adams or someone wins.
Yeah, mud dummy. Communist, full-on communist, and not even hiding it. Not even hiding the fact that he's a communist. I'm open with it. All right, so I'm being told that we have a caller. You want to go to the caller, Shannon?
Yep, caller, you're on the line with Will.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from? You say Millie? Lily?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for the call. What do you think?
I just wanted to say I think the reason they raided Mar-a-Lago was to make sure that Trump didn't have any documents, any proof, so that when they got in, they could get rid of all the evidence.
Yeah, they said that they were looking for documents, and they never said what documents that they were looking for.
We've actually heard that before, right? With the deep state, well, they're saying that the deep state was worried that Trump had something on them, and that's the main reason why they went into to raid Mar-a-Lago.
To get documents that prove the corruption within the FBI.
And you know what?
The DOJ,
I'm right there with you,
CIA.
Lily. I believe that's very, very possible because they literally came up with nothing. No charges ended up sticking with Trump on that. Right now, they're actually trying to look for charges against Jack Smith, right? For doing basically a fraudulent investigation because he was the special agent, that was, or special, what was it, prosecutor? What do they call him?
He's a prosecutor.
Yeah, special prosecutor over it.
And they never said what documents they were looking for. And then what he should go to prison for what he did because they actually planted some fake documents.
Yeah, it's well known. They even admitted that the actual documents that they put classified signs in front of
they were fake.
Right. It wasn't even classified information.
Well, I would love to see Trump do a conference one day and just come out with a cart and just start throwing files on the table.
Yeah, I would like to see it too. I would like to see it too.
My throat is very dry.
So, but thank you so much for the call. Let me ask you, you say you're in Florida, right?
Yes.
How far are you from Alligator Alcatraz?
Alligator Alcatraz. Of the ways. I'm up in Central.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I used to watch you on Facebook, but I got booted.
Really? You know what? I mean, I'm on the verge of just almost. The only reason why I stay on Facebook because there's still people that are, wonderful people that still remain on Facebook. Other than that, I would probably just walk away from it. So.
Yeah, the last one I saw of you was.
Go ahead.
The last one I saw of you was when Biden was running and you and another guy were on there joking. You were laughing. You had me laughing so hard and you're reacting to Sonny Hostin's face when Joe was on there.
Yeah, that was with my buddy Jay. That was in 2000. That was in early of 2020. When he
that's when I got booted.
Wow.
For Back in the Blue.
Wow.
I posted Back the Blue and they booted me.
That's wow. Wow. So how are you watching now?
I'm watching on my TV.
Well, I mean, are you watching on your TV through YouTube or?
Yeah,
Rumble?
YouTube, because I can't get back into Rumble. They keep telling me my password's not good.
Really? So you know what
I've been trying.
You need to do this. Send an email to support@rumble.com.
Okay.
You can remember that, right? Support@rumble.com.
Yes.
Yeah, send an email to them, and they'll most definitely help you to get back in there because they don't do the same thing like the radical left. So.
Yeah.
All right. It was Lily, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for the call, Lily. Have a blessed weekend.
Yes, have a blessed weekend, Lily.
Yeah, send that email to Rumble.
You too.
All right, take care.
All right, well, we have another caller. The last four numbers are 6330. You're on the line.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, this is David. Right?
Oh, sound like you're going through the Matrix.
Yeah.
Do you have me on a speakerphone or using a headset or something?
Yeah, I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like you're going through the Matrix. Maybe take me off the speakerphone.
Is it any better? Okay.
What was your name again, sir?
My name is Charles Wright.
Wow. I didn't hear anything you said. I heard my name is, and then you went.
I think Charles.
Is it Charles?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yep, there we go.
My name is David Charles Wright.
David Charles. Okay.
I'm on Getter, and I seen you're on there. You're a new face I haven't seen, so I checked you out. And I seen the number and I said, well, I'll call you and see what and have a little conversation.
Wow, this is awesome. You know what, Charles? You're the first one to call me from Getter.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Will's been around since 2015, but nice to finally meet you, David.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, huge Trump supporter.
Yeah, well, yes. I'm a Trump mega Maha.
Yes.
Support on all that.
I'm mega extremist. I got you beat.
Yeah. Ultra. Yeah. Okay.
You know, Hakeem Joffrey goes, these mega extremists. He's talking about me. But what do you think? What do you think?
Well, I've seen you on lots of different platforms, but I never because I was on my smart TV, so I never was able to chat with you. But now I'm able to chat with you, and I wanted to bring up Michigan is pretty bad right now.
Ooh. Yes.
I'm researching how like the Upper Peninsula is like 65% owned by China.
I've heard of that. And it's not just there. It's like multiple locations in the United States of America that China has purchased. And a lot of these locations are by military facilities. What gives?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm concerned about because I've researched Gretchen for a long time since she's been governor. And I don't like anything she's done so far. And everything she does is suspicious.
Oh yeah, to say the least.
and recently there was this. It's been like maybe 7 days now, but she's being investigated for fraud because she's paid out like she's had like $20 million in grants given. Yeah, this is news that people should know, and I think a lot of the news is being suppressed these days.
Yeah. You know what, David? That's interesting. So she's being investigated for doing fraud. Then you had Letitia James investigated for doing fraud. And now you have Adam Pencil Neck Schiff being investigated for fraud. Now, okay, look, there's investigations happening, but can we get some arrests? I mean, can we get somebody being indicted? I mean, really, that's what we're looking for. Throw us a bone. Give us something, right?
Yeah, I feel you. I'm biting at the bit, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, give us something. I mean, obviously, we're not going to get any Epstein files. So, look, throw us a bone. Throw us something, right?
Yeah, they give you enough to keep you hanging on, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Enough just to keep paying attention.
Yep, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. It will give you, here you go. It's like giving us some treats. I want a full-on steak. Give us something.
Yeah.
Finally, right?
Give us a ribeye.
Absolutely. Well, David, thank you so much for watching on Getter. Man, you know what? God bless you. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to reach out and touch base with you and let you know us Michiganders are fighting too.
Yes.
But we're being suppressed.
Yes.
So
thank you for doing
any help I can get getting the word out would be great.
Absolutely.
God bless.
God bless, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, well, we have another caller. The last four numbers are 4142.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's your first name and where you calling from?
My name is Ethan. I'm from Minnesota.
You said Ethan?
Yep.
Okay, cool. What do you think, Ethan? What's going
on? There's a couple issues I like to talk about. One of them is kind of, I like to ask Democrats, what are the three biggest threats to America? And, or anybody for that matter.
Definitely be a different answer for Republicans, a different answer for Democrats. I think Democrats would say Trump. I think they would say
MAGA.
Christianity.
Yeah.
And help me with another third one, Will. MAGA? Of course, MAGA.
So make sure I understand the question. Something that the Democrats would say is a threat?
Yeah, the three biggest threats to America.
Okay, so Christianity, MAGA,
What?
and truth.
Okay, yeah, I would include MAGA with Trump. So yeah, truth.
Right. And one thing white supremacy is always in there, and I like to bring up,
True.
Margaret Sanger, and for people that are against white supremacy, Margaret Sanger is kind of instrumental. If you are, what's that?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, if you are a supporter of Planned Parenthood, you're kind of supporting a eugenicist and Margaret Sanger's mission of depopulating and she was geared towards the African American race, I think.
I call them Planned Parenthood.
You call them what?
I call them Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
Like the Ku Klux Klan.
Like the KKK. Planned Parenthood. Because you're right. You're right. Yeah. They use Planned Parenthood to go into the black community, and what's really disturbing, that they put them in the black community, and the way they got black women to go into these facilities to abort their children, they went to the black pastors. The black pastors were convincing women to abort their child.
Oh.
Right down disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, I had a video. I did a video. I shared a video of this guy that was confronting somebody that did the procedures all day, and oh my God, that guy! I swear I could hear the demons coming out of this guy. Yeah, it was dark. It was dark. But I mean, could you imagine having that job and like telling yourself that you're not unaliving, a perfectly healthy, and they won't even call it a baby.
Yeah, I've actually, when I lived in California, I went to this church, and it was interesting thing was it was a Catholic church at the time. This was years before Trump came into office, and I did a recording because on the side I do videography on the side, and they asked me to come in and record this lady. I think she was from the state of Florida. I can't remember. But she was telling her story about how she was working at Planned Parenthood for years. And she said it just weighed on her. And she said it's so evil what they were doing and the procedures and how they were convincing these women to unalive their children. Right? That's how they say it on TikTok. Yeah. It is it's just pure evil. And she said it weighed on her heart so much. She said, I can't do it. And she had to walk away from it, and she was telling her story. But yeah, you're right. It is pure evil what they're doing.
Yeah. And I mean, and we look at, kind of condones it. And we look at organizations like the World Economic Forum and something. And and guess who the World Economic Forum partnered with in 2019?
The United Nations.
LGBTQ.
Yeah, and the United Nations. And the United Nations is actually saying that pedophilia should be legal. So yeah, you're right again. You're right on it. You're right on it.
So what the other thing I kind of talk about is, I understand this woke, it means woke means awareness of social injustices. But if you're familiar with Tavistock Institute, who was a nonprofit out of Britain that created the Beatles and were behind the Beatles, but they're the masters of social engineering. But what they've done is I think they've been involved with and they've kind of ripped off woke from the African American community, and socially engineered it with elements of gender ideology, elements of critical race theory, and so And it's much like what Mao did in China with identity politics. It's very divisive. It pulls, instead of using class to play people against each other, it substitutes it for race and gender.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to be mindful of that and aware of what, when you have BlackRock using ESG scores, environmental social governance scores, to put pressure on their affiliates like Bud Light, Disney, and Target, we have to ask why. And one of the things they believe is that behavior has to be forced.
Yeah, I can see that. And actually, they've done a lot of that, I mean, that's why we see the media lying to everybody and trying to force everyone to hit the streets right now. And I've said it multiple times that I believe that the Democrats are going to activate their sleeper cells, especially with this next bill that's coming, because President Trump is taking away their funding. He's taking away their money. And they're so upset about it. USAID, ActBlue, all of them are getting exposed. And now that they're all getting exposed for all of the corruption that they've been doing, this is part of the reason why they're so low in the poll numbers. So, well, hey, Ethan, thank you so much for the call, sir. How are you watching? I'm on Instagram. Instagram. Oh, well, thank you so much. God bless you, sir. Take care.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye now.
All right. Take care. All right. That's awesome, Shannon. So we have someone from Getter give us a call. Lets me know that people watching on Getter. Thank you so much. And we have someone on Instagram. Lets me know awesome people watching on Instagram. God bless you. Let me show you this radical liberal that Shannon was just talking about before we took some of the phone calls. And the phone line is still open if you want to give me a call. Listen to her justify Madummy.
He talked about, freezing rent, faster buses in New York City, and universal childcare, which seems to be the message that really resonated with New York City voters.
He didn't
talk about that. It was just more how he was getting that message out.
What do you think of his idea for government-run grocery stores? Do you think that's a good idea?
I'm not sure how that would work. I haven't really looked at how that would work.
She didn't really look how that would work.
So that woman happens to be
Say it again, Shannon.
That woman happens to be a congresswoman in the state of New York. And so she's praising him for getting a certain message out. The Democrats are all praising him because, he won a primary, right? They're more interested in winning, which is power,
right,
than they are in the policies, how you're going to pay for them, how that's going to work, how it's truly going to impact the overall state. That he can't just go in and make a government-ran grocery store. He's going to run on it, and people are going to like it, but he can't just do it. Who's going to pay for it?
Yeah.
I mean, and then for him to give, universal health or, healthcare, free healthcare, he has to go through their legislature. Are they going to vote for that? What are the impacts of it? Who's going to pay for it?
Yeah. Who was saying the similar things before this?
I'm sorry?
Who was saying similar things on the campaign before this?
Well, you have Warren.
Kamala Harris.
Oh, Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Bernie Sanders.
She was mimicking the same things that this dude is saying. Now, she didn't go full on and saying that, she's probably thinking, oh my goodness, it's such a wonderful idea. Why didn't I think of it? She didn't think of nothing. She actually came out and said that, oh yeah, we're going to do no taxes on tips. And then do you know that there's some radical liberals right now today saying that she's the one that came up with that idea? I mean, they're actually saying that. Oh no, she came up with that idea. This is how they are, low information voters. But you're right, Shannon, Elizabeth Warren as well. Now, Elizabeth Warren, she's trying to come across, she's the typical, and she's not Indian at all, everybody. I think we already put that to rest. You notice ever since then, she did that DNA test. She don't say nothing about it anymore. 100% white female liberal, think that she knows best for all of us. Listen to what she says about Madati.
He said, we've got a problem with entire food deserts where people can't get access to grocery stores. Said, I'd like to take a look.
Who doesn't have access to grocery stores? I mean, it's like saying black people don't have access to voting. Do you know any black people right now that don't have access to voting? It's like to say black people don't have access to the DMV. I mean, do you know any? We might as well go ahead and say that black folks don't have access to Popeye's chicken. I mean, that's what she's saying. Who doesn't have access to grocery stores? Who doesn't have access? Now, if there's not a grocery store out in a rural area, then maybe go to a Kroger's, go to a Walmart, go to a H-E-B, go to Safeway, go to these privately owned grocery store businesses and ask them, look, we'll give you a tax break if you go set up a grocery store in this location. That's how it works. You don't have the government come in and say, we're going to build a grocery store, because that grocery store will never get built, and they'll pour millions of dollars into it. And then it was like, well, we're working on it. That's how they do it.
But you know what? Well, you're right. I haven't heard anybody say that I don't have a grocery store.
No,
and if there
who's
is
saying
not
that?
a grocery store by some people, it's of their own choosing. They've chosen to live remotely, and that's not
that's
our
the whole
problem.
point.
That's not the whole taxpayer's problem.
Yeah, that's the whole point. But she's such an idiot. Okay, let me finish playing this one. Then we're gonna go back to the phone calls. The phone line's open, everybody.
I'd like to take a look at whether or not we can have some kind of, like we do on military bases, you have some kind of support from the city government that says we're going to get some food grocery stores in areas that right now are food deserts. And by the way, it's a new and fresh plan for New York City, but it's been tried in other cities around the country and has had some real successes. So what I hear Mom Dami saying is, I want to try things to make it work for working families. And you know what? This is how democracy works. A lot of people in New York City said, that sounds good to me. I'd rather try that than any of the other alternatives available to me.
basically saying, let's try communism.
What other
Let's try communism.
What other alternatives have they been offered? If anything, people literally in New York City, some of them their benefits were taken away. You know why? Because they were giving money to illegals.
Yes.
Illegals took away a lot of those benefits that people were getting. So that was the Democrats' alternative.
Yeah.
Now you have a communist saying, well, I'm going to come in and save the day.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the phone line. Hello, caller. What's your name?
They just hung up.
Oh, they just hung up? Okay.
Okay, sorry.
I guess I bite too hard. Well, I want to share another one with you. This one is with, this is actually a different story. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back from this short break, we're going to talk about another reason why the Democrats are collapsing. And it's like they want people to think that they're so smart, that they know everything. They have the answers to everything, but they don't. And they're
Life
collapsing.
can be pretty unpredictable, filled with good days and not so good days. And sometimes, the only difference between the two is your level of preparedness. The Jace case lets you be better prepared for whatever comes your way. It contains antibiotics and other prescription medications so that you aren't caught unprepared. With the Jace case, you are able to get your prescription medication before the unpredictable happens, allowing you to turn those not so good days into great ones. Go to Jace.com now and get your own Jace case.
Okay. President Trump, you can leave it on the screen here. President Trump was awarded $16 million because of what happened in the campaign. Now, a lot of people are saying that this $16 million that was paid to President Trump was the ABC, correct? Because
I thought it was
or CBS?
CBS, wasn't it?
Was CBS? It's one of the woke ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so they manipulated, they altered, they edited a response by Kamala Harris, which was completely jacked up. They edited to make her look like she was coherent. Something's wrong with her. Something's wrong with Joe Biden. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, not a physician, not claiming to be one, but on the outside looking in, something is wrong with these people. But nonetheless, they edited And then they agreed to pay President Trump $16 million. Well, that $16 million is going to go to President Trump's presidential library. It's going to be a big, beautiful, huge, I tell you. It's probably going to be the biggest library in American history for a president. I'm telling you, $16 million plus whatever he puts into it, whatever else comes. But nonetheless, I want y'all to hear this. Here's Jesse Waters talking about Colbert. Now, he has a nightly show that he does, and he's total anti-American, in my opinion. He hates President Trump with a passion. TDS, I mean, he's suffering from TDS so bad, he can't see anything else.
CBS just canceled The Late Night with Stephen Colbert, just days after Colbert took a swing at his own network for settling with Trump. Listen.
This kind of complicated financial settlement with a sitting government official has a technical name in legal circles. It's big fat bribe. This all comes as Paramount's owners are trying to get the Trump administration to approve the sale of our network to a new owner, Skydance. Some of the TV typers out there are blogging that once Skydance gets CBS, the new owner's desire to please Trump could put pressure on late-night host and frequent Trump critic Stephen Colbert.
The network claims it was a purely financial decision, and Colbert's last show will be next spring.
So that's a year from now, right? Are we in springtime now? I guess we're in summer now. I guess this is summer because we're in July, about to be August, right? So we're in the summer now. So he has less than a year before they let him go. And he ran his mouth saying, how dare you pay Trump $16 million, admitting to guilt. It's a bribe because of all of the stuff that's going on. That's what they're calling it. And they say, oh, you can't be saying this, you got to go. And they're saying it's because the financials, maybe that $16 million will can go to him and no longer. I wonder, Shannon, does it say how much he was getting paid a year for that show?
I mean, we can Google it.
If that's something you can look up really quick, that'd be great. It'd be great. It'd be fantastic for that. Well, listen to this one while you're looking that up, Shannon. Everybody. So here on the Communist News Network, they're talking about Stephen Colbert. And of course, they always got to push the angle that, you know, it's not that President Trump was right. They're just doing this because they want President Trump to sign off on the deal. Was it Paramount is working on? They want them to sign off on this deal. That's the only reason why they did it. It is a bribe. They go along with it, too.
I mean, Brian, you know, CBS is saying this is a financial decision. It is certainly, the timing of this is kind of stunning.
Right. From the optics standpoint, the timing could not be worse for CBS. Colbert is such an outspoken Trump critic. He's just back from vacation. And as he showed there on Monday, on his first night back from vacation, he's also a thorn in his parent company's side. So this looks to a lot of Colbert's fans like another form of capitulation by CBS to the president of the United States. If you look at Colbert's Instagram page already, his fans are pouring their hearts out and blaming CBS for this. Here's the reporting that I have just in the past few minutes, Anderson, about this financial explanation. Think back to 2023 when the Late Late Show with James Corden went off the air. I reported at the time that that show had become unprofitable, that CBS was not able to sell enough ads to make that show profitable. Well, that is now the case for Colbert as well. I'm told by a source close to the network that the Late Show with Stephen Colbert is now technically unprofitable. So that does give the company a financial reason to end the show starting in May 2026. However, it's not as if Colbert was given a chance to take a pay cut or maybe change the format of the show or move out of the Ed Sullivan Theater. This seems to have happened all at once, and it comes on the verge of that big Paramount Skydance merger. Who's taking over Skydance? Larry Ellison, a friend of President Trump, and his son David. So there may be a lot more to this story. It's just happened in the past hour, but there's a lot more reporting to do on this.
So, see, that's the angle that they're going with, that this was all a bribe, Skydance and Paramount. And all a bribe, $16 million to President Trump, so he'll allow this deal to go through.
Well, Trump did congratulate CBS for getting rid of him. In true Trump form.
Can you imagine how Colbert, he's suffering. I mean, he's one of the biggest ones suffering from TDS.
Yeah.
I mean, like you have Hakeem Joffrey's.
All three in that
Mitch
picture
McConnell.
right there suffer from TDS.
Yes. TDS is a real thing.
But Colbert you asked how much he was making. CBS has been paying him $15 million a year since 2019. Before that,
so let's just round it up to 16 million.
Yeah, before that he was making $6 million a year.
So he's making $15 million a year, and now they pay Trump $16 million a year, and now they can't pay him. And then President Trump put that he's butthurt like no tomorrow. Stephen Colbert is butthurt like no tomorrow. Mad, furious about it all. Okay, I'm gonna talk about another story really quick. And this one, I guess it's a good story, positive story. See, the Democrats believe that they can break the law. It doesn't matter if they're politicians, just an average day person. If a Democrat breaks the law, nothing's supposed to happen to them because they're doing it for just reasons. They can be as hateful, as mean, and despiteful, and destructive as much as they want to. And they get to do so because they're Democrats. I mean, think about it. Satan and his minions, when they do evil things, do you think that they look at each other as they're doing something bad? Absolutely not. So when Democrats do something, following the footsteps of these demonic demons from hell, when they do something evil, despicable, hateful, destructive, they don't have it in their minds that they're doing anything wrong. Here's a prime example of it. This guy that you see them apprehending here got arrested. Why? Because he slashed the tires on an ICE vehicle. And then apparently, I guess they're saying this, his wife started screaming, "No, you can't do this. You can't do this. He's an American citizen. He just slashed the tires."
This video, this was a guy who said he was a U.S. citizen fleeing from federal agents after they say he slashed the tires on one of their vehicles. You'll see him running away. He then gets taken to the ground and he tangles with agents while he's on the ground. It appeared he kind of lunged at one of them, and you'll see the aftermath of that. Take a look at this picture right here. Those federal agents ended up macing that man in his face, took him into custody and took him away. His wife was yelling at agents the whole time, saying he's a U.S. citizen. The agents said, "Too bad, he slashed one of our tires." And then take a look at these photos here. We do have photos of the vehicle that had the tire slashed. There was one puncture mark. It quickly deflated, and the agents had to drive out of the area on their rims. We caught up.
So, yeah, bring it back up here real quick. So you can see right here. You see right there. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Maybe if you're watching this on the big TV screen, you can see it. But right there, you can see there's a gash in the side wall of the tire. You see it? You see the little orange dot just above that, just a little bit above it to the right, just a little bit. You can see a big slash in there. And once you do that, you can't do anything with the tire. They have to trash it. You can't even patch that, right? And, I mean, because every time I've had something, just a nail on the side wall like that, we can't do anything. We gotta, you gotta trash. You got to get a new tire. I can't even afford any tires. But this is what happens. This is exactly what happens.
Those agents in a predicament. I mean, what happens if they have to get out of there fast?
Yeah.
Right. Now you're putting them in harm's way, which they're in harm's way anyways. If there's somebody carrying a knife around them that has disdain for them. I mean, what is happening in this world, especially California? They're such trash.
Yeah, this is California. So imagine if these vehicles were getting rocks, boulders thrown at their windows, and their tires are flat like this.
And literally, I think it's so funny that not funny really, but his wife is saying he's a U.S. citizen. like he's not going to get arrested because he's a U.S. citizen.
That goes to my point. He's a Democrat. He's a Democrat. They get to do stuff like this, and you can't do anything to them. Right?
Right. I mean, he got arrested. At the very least, I was so happy to see that they pepper sprayed him. I hope that it taught him a lesson. I hope he soon regretted what he did.
I mean, but he's going to have to pay. He's going to have to pay to replace those tires.
He's going to wear it like a badge of honor. That's what they do.
He probably will.
That's what they do.
He probably will. Well, hey, we just got a couple minutes. Let me say thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much again, Ann, for the Facebook stars. You know what? I didn't even look at Peeled. I do apologize. I didn't even look at Peeled today. Let me go to Peeled. Because I know sometimes we have wonderful people there that will bless us with some gold pills, and we did. Dale, I think that's how you said, Didella, thank you so much for the gold pills. on peel.net. Thank you so much for those gold pills. I greatly appreciate it. And did we have any more on Facebook? Let me see. We just had Ann on Facebook with the stars. Thank you so much again, Ann. And I wish Getter would do something. But for those of you, but like on Getter and on, if you're watching on X right now, where you don't have the capability of wanting to support me, if you want to support me, that's only if you want to support me, you can go to my website, uniteamericafirst.com/donate, and you can support me there. And at the top, what you see, there's different ways you can do me. You can support me monthly. If you want to say, I want to help this guy continue. I want to help him every month. And you know what? Anything helps. Or if you want to just one time, which you can see right here, right below that, the ones that you normally see, and the PayPal, the Cash App, the different ones. Because I've had a lot of people say, you know what, I can help you out one time. And I greatly appreciate it. It's a blessing. Or if you don't like the digital, and I completely get that, here's my physical address. My physical address is right there for anyone who wants to send me something. And every single person that have sent me a letter and blessing in the mail, I keep the letter in the envelope since the very first one that I've ever received. So go to uniteamericafirst.com, sign up for the free newsletter as well. Sign up for the free newsletter. And Shannon, can you go to our merch really quick? I want to show you. And I meant to put it on. I was thinking about wearing it today. And I didn't put it on. I got it. It's actually in my closet. But I have my new t-shirt, Alligator Alcatraz. Alligator Alcatraz. I actually put a picture on this on social media, and a whole bunch of liberals got upset with me. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Let you zoom in on it, Shannon, at all? It's such a beautiful t-shirt. It really is. Look at that. Alligator Alcatraz. And at first I wasn't going to make one. I'm like, I'm not going to even make one. Look at it. That's a beautiful shirt, right? Wasn't going to. But then I see all of them out there. They're so angry because President Trump is wanting to remove the worst of the worst off the streets of America. Alligator Alcatraz. So I said, you know what? Since they love it so much, if the left didn't love it so much and they didn't talk about it so much, can you zoom in a little bit more? You had it big. Yeah, right there. Yep, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? Can y'all see it? Can y'all see where it says Alligator Alcatraz? So the words Alligator Alcatraz, I made it to where it was almost like alligator skin just a little bit because I wanted to blend in just a little bit. And you can see the alligator holding the American flag. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to wear it. Actually, I think I got to go to the store today, Shannon. So I think I'm going to go change shirts.
Will got this in the mail and he's like, do we need to go to the store? Do we need to go anywhere? I need to wear this.
I'm going to wear it with my MAGA hat. So, okay, everybody, it is Friday. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for all of the wonderful comments. Oh, wow. Filter Dog, Sly Park, thank you so much for the gold pills on peel.net as well. Thank you so much. And thank you for everyone watching on Instagram. Thank you so much. And everybody watching on Getter, thank you so much. And Rumble and X and YouTube and even Facebook. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for participating by commenting. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And for those of you that don't know, I am live Monday through Friday, right here at 11 o'clock Central. Monday through Friday, right here at 11 o'clock Central. And it's the Will Johnson Show. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. God bless. My next show, which is on my website, uniteamericafirst.com, is called Culture Wars. I'm going to get into a little bit about what we talked about today, but I'm going to show some more. Some stuff that I can't show on Facebook and YouTube. See you over there, everybody. God bless. Take care. Have a wonderful, blessed